So this is the deal. What happened was I bought one of these guys on eBay, and I bought the photo etch to go with it. And unbeknown to me, Tamiya make two Schwimmwagons. So I bought the photo etch for the wrong model. So what can you do? You buy the other model. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to do a review of these guys and do a side-by-side review of them. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, this guy right here, this is the original. This was a 1970s model. This guy here, I think this was about 1998. So, right, what a Schwimmwagen is, in case you don't know. It is a German amphibious vehicle from the Second World War. Now, this vehicle was based on the Volkswagen or VW Type 87. Now, for any of you who don't know what that is the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle, the Bug, probably one of the greatest cars ever constructed. Now, this vehicle was based on that, and based on the Kubbelwagen, a 4x4 vehicle. Now, initially, the initial prototype had a... Oh, here we go, here's some knowledge for you. The initial vehicle had a wheelbase of 7'9". Basically, what you've got here, if you can see it on here, you've got a 4x4 vehicle. Okay, all this is watertight here. It's basically a boat with wheels. Now, that's great for on land. And you've got a little engine that sits on the back here, and when you get into water, that engine drops down, and basically it's a speedboat. Now, 7.9 wheelbase was pretty tasty, but over land it was just a bit too long, and these vehicles got damaged. So they bought in a, I think it's 6'6" wheelbase after the prototype, and that was what the Type 166 was. So that was the main production run. So yeah, so we're talking what 35 years between these two model kits. So let's see what we've got inside. We'll start off with this one. Right. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Fuck. Look at that. If you can see that, that is, I don't even know what to say. There's about, okay. There's another sprue here with some figures on, you can see, but that's basically the model. I don't even know what to say. You've got maybe 20 parts. You know, that's not even a weekend. That's like why your missus is making friggin' lunch. That's ridiculous. There's nothing there. There's really nothing in there. It's just, look, you've got the shell, you've got the floorboards, you've got the front bumper there, you've got the seats already joined, you've got the wheels that are precast, you've got the, I mean, fair play, they've put the roof in because you can't leave it uncovered because there's no friggin' detail. That's insane. Okay, so that's where we're starting with, but hey, okay, we've got some figures. And the cool thing is we've got a little, like a little plaque here that tells you it's German infantry, so at least we know that. Okay, that's different. So let's check out the instructions. Okay, so you can see that well. All right. Okay, that's the instructions. That's the first page. It's just telling me how to paint the soldiers. Turn it. That's the instructions. That's like, wow, okay. That's it, that's like just over an A4 page, not even half an A4 page. That's ridiculous. Okay, bear in mind now, this is a 70s model. It's gonna be a quick build, so you're gonna have to do something to get some extra details in that. Okay, well, okay, let's break it down then. Figures are quite well detailed. You've got a rifle, you've got a couple of gas masks, you've got the MP40, you've got a sidearm, you've got the helmets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, you've got enough arms to create a couple of poses, but it's pretty okay, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, now I don't even know what to say. There's nothing on there. There's so little detail. It's ridiculous. Okay, we've got the body at least. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's see what they've done different on the I think this is about 1998 they built this one, or they put this one out anyway. So let's see what's different. Okay, they're roughly the same size if you buy them. Same size. They're roughly the same price. Okay, straight away I can see a lot more stuff on there. Let's go in there. Okay, that's a bit more what I'm used to. Look at that. Yeah. We've got a lot more instruction, we've got a lot more detail, we've got a lot more parts straight away. And the first thing I can see straight away that I like on this one that I had noticed is you have the engine, so you can build this with the backup, and you've actually got an engine in there, so that'll be lovely. Okay, so let's crack on. What have we got? We've got 2 sprues, we've got some decals. Okay, we've got a very flimsy piece of plastic for the windscreen. Now, this other guy, okay, we had quite a solid windscreen in there. This one, we've got quite a flimsy little one in there. It's quite, okay, so I don't know how much difference that's going to make in the whole thing. Got a bit of mesh as well. I haven't read through the instructions, so I don't know what we're going to do with that. Okay, so what have we got? Straight away, look at that. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's go side by side. Is that all going to fit on? Okay. Look at that. That's insane. That's insane for the same sort of price. Now, the only thing you've got is these extra figures. And I'm not a figure builder, that's not my thing, so for me that doesn't mean anything. So just comparing that to that, I mean, I think, you know, we've already pulled out a winner straight away, but, you know, let's go and see what we've got going on. So we've got the, okay, we've got the front, the rear seats. We've got a figure who's driving. Now, in this scenario, we don't have the hood up, so we've only got the hood down. Yeah, that's okay. Some nice casting. That looks good. So let's go side by side. Okay. So what have we got here? So there's the steering wheels, right? You can see on the 98 casting, it's a lot finer, a lot better. Okay, so let's go on the seats. Okay, you can see the seats there, and you can see these more modern seats. Now you've got a lot deeper ridges on them, so you're going to be able to pick that out with your washes, and that's going to stand out. But on the more modern one, right, you've got the ridges that are a little bit finer, but you've actually got some wear on that leather, so that looks a lot nicer. That's actually, looking at it, that's quite a nice figure. Tamiya aren't renowned for their stunning figures, but that's not bad at all. You've got, all in all, you've got a lot of detail. So, okay, let's go on the wheels. Let's go side by side on the wheels. Again, you've got a lot thicker ridges on this older version one. Now, they're gonna really pick out. They're gonna really stand out, especially when you're weathering. So there's a bit of flash around the side though, so that's gonna need to come off. But I mean, the detail's not terrible. That's the thing. It doesn't look horrible. The seats aren't good, but the wheels don't look bad. The bumper, yeah, that's all right. Okay, let's trim this down. Okay, let's really side by side and see what we're dealing with. Okay, so that's the main body. So there's your 70s, there's your 90s. Straight away, underneath there's a lot more detail. There's a lot more detail in the structure here as well. If you want to go side by side, right, the wheelbase looks the same. So this is a KFZ 1/20 K2S. So I don't actually know the real difference because that wheelbase looks pretty similar. From the rear, it just seems that the details on this are a lot more. There just seems to be stronger. Do you know what I mean? Like that pops out a lot more than that does. Let's get that off so you can actually see it. But I don't know if you can see what I mean. It's got that same triangle, but this really pops out, and this is a lot more subtle. Okay, so the top of the body we've already seen, alright, so again this is one part moulded. The detail's not terrible. It's not amazing, but you know, these ridges are going to pick up as soon as you start weathering, so it's not horrible. This though, it's multi-part. You can already see. Look at the difference. Right there, look at that. And look at that. It's going to pick up so much more. If I can pull this one back out, where was the bumper? Look at that chunky old bumper. Or I could be a bit quicker with this, but okay, so that's the chunky bumper they've got. And it doesn't even seem that chunky when you take it off, but then when you compare it to what's on there, like, can you see that thickness side by side? It might only be a couple of millimeters, but that's going to make a hell of a lot of difference. So do you know what? Clearly there's one winner. If you're going to buy one, you need to buy the 166. Now, alright, this is another example of what we've got going on. So as I said, I bought the aftermarket parts. Okay, this is the different brands, admittedly, but this is Aber and this is Eduard, right? You can already see how many parts are on there and how many parts are on there. There's so much more you can do with this later version. I'll show you as well. This is a prime example, right? There's your instructions, the Eduard. There's not a lot, little bits, right? That's the instructions for the Aber. There's an insane amount of detail. There's tons extra you can do. And with these being the same price, there's no question about it. Now the only thing, I didn't get any masks, any wheel masks with the Aber set, but I do like Eduard for this reason. So they give you the mask, but they give you, it's like a double set. I don't know if you probably can't see that, but they give you ones that go over the central disc, but they also give you these little outline discs so you can mask off. So even though I didn't get my my masks with my Aber set, I've still got two set of masks on my wheels right there. So yeah, I'm going to build both of them side by side and we'll see them coming together, and come check back for that. But if I had to make a recommendation for you guys, buy the Type 166 because the other one is pretty rough. Alright, thanks, and I'll see you next time.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.